Hey everybody, CoolPika here, and welcome back to more The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. In the last part, we arrived in the Village of Thieves, and also tackled our 4th dungeon, defeating Blind the Thief, and rescuing our 4th maiden. And in this part, we got an item that is known as the Titan Mist, which now lets us lift up darker stones, which will allow us to open up more stuff to us in the Dark World and beyond. And in this part, that is pretty much what we're going to be doing in this part, because a lot of stuff is opened up to us now, and basically this episode is going to cover everything we can pretty much get now, because, believe it or not, there's actually a lot we can do. First off, I want to go down here, because this is honestly the first thing I want to do right off the bat. There's this toad here who's actually pretty trapped. I want to help this guy out real quick. Let me help you out here, buddy. Ribbit. Your body did not change. You are not just an ordinary guy, are you? I used to live in Kakariko Town. I wonder what my partner is doing out there without me. Ribbit, I have a request of you. Take me to my partner. Ribbit, please. Ribbit, please. Now, this guy. If you remember a long time ago, there was a smithy who was missing his partner a long while back. And if the implications are to be obvious and go back into the light world, this man appears to be the missing partner who went missing all that time ago. And now, we can bring him back. And besides, we want to do this. If we were able to bring him back, they did say there would be a special reward for us if we were able to do it. So, we're going to do just that. Oh, happy days are here again! You found my partner! We are happy now! Drop by here anytime! At that time, we will temper your sword perfectly. Now that we have them reunited, we can at long last upgrade our sword. Yeah, this is why I like to do this stunt. That's why I like to do the D10 second, because we can help get the Smithy's guy's partner back, and we can end up upgrading the sword right off the bat, which is really welcome. See, this is what I like to do. I like doing these in the orders that give me the upgrades faster. That's what I really liked doing back then. That's why I did things in the order I did. So, let's get this done. Hey you, welcome! Ask us to do anything. Temper my sword. I'll give you a big discount. Oh wow, and look, he's only gonna do this for 10 rupees. Wow, what a steal. Are you sure? Alright, no problem. We'll have to keep your sword for a while. And when you do this, we're going to be without our sword for a bit, which, that's okay. We're not going to really need it, so I did say we're not going to be doing a lot of big action for a bit. So, but if we want to but we can always, but just to be nice, I'm going to help out in the progress too. Let me help out here. Hey, amateurs shouldn't try to do this. You're just going to get in the way. Yeah, okay, so if you try to put your hammer on there, they'll just tell you like, hey, shove off. So I guess they can do this without me. I actually usually go get the half magic in there at that point, but I decided to get that early on, so yeah, so you can obviously easily wait it out by just going back and forth and whatnot, and you can just get it right off the bat, but honestly, I'm actually going to use this for a good opportunity to take care of some scenes while I'm here. Because there's actually a few things we can honestly do now. So, first and foremost, I want to go back into the Dark World. Because there's also something else because that becomes available to us. So first off, I want to go in here. This place was locked off to us before, but now we can go in here. So, first thing I want to do is knock down all these pegs. This seems like a mindless task and serves no purpose whatsoever. But believe it or not, this is honestly just something I want to do. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm not trying to harm chickens in the process, or undead chickens in this case. As if you can't be dead already. Yeah, that mindless tax ends up getting us a piece of heart, so there we go. It seemed like nothing, but it did give us a piece of heart, so that's another piece of heart down. So here we go. And over here, there's a blue treasure chest, which seems pretty special, so I want to grab this. because the key is locked inside the chest, you can never open it. Just take it with you. So, we can't really do anything with the chest, so we're just gonna bring it with us, so... But however, there was a rumor that said there is a master locksmith that could open the chest for us. Or at least there was a thief that was posing as a middle-aged man that used to be a master locksmith. And believe it or not, we actually met that man a long time ago, believe it or not. And he's still sitting in the desert to that day. So, I think it's about time we go talk to that man once again. I think maybe there's a chance to talk to that man once again. And maybe see if he can help us. Maybe he'll be in a better mood if he's willing to help us out with this. So, let's give it a shot. So let's head over to the desert and give this man a hand. Okay, here we are. I heard that you used to know I'd be a thief, right? Well, I'll open the chest for you. Will you keep it a secret from everyone else? Would you please promise? Would you please promise? Alright, alright. Promise not to tell. And there we go. So, for promising not to tell anyone that we're not... Oh, right. I have no sword. I have no sword, so I can't really do anything. I just want to talk to the middle-aged old man. Leave me alone. No, in fact, I'm just gonna go in here. Get out. Get out of here. I forgot, that's right. I have no sword. So yeah, that's one thing we got to do. So now we have 4 bottles. That means we now have all the bottles we could ever want. So we're all complete. 4 bottles. Remember, you promised. Don't tell anyone. So if that means, after completing that quest, if you throw a sign, he'll actually won't follow you anymore. So, because I think you're pretty much just good in his book now. So, we're good. We good now. We cool. So that's pretty much all I want to do here, but there's no other stuff we can actually get now, so... I don't want to go back... I actually do want to go back into the Dark World with something, but I don't want to go back into the Dark World just yet, because, believe it or not, there is still something I actually do want to do. And what that would actually be is, I actually want to go back to the graveyard. Because, there are actually also some dark stones in that area, too. Because, there's actually a grave that we could actually pull there, but we couldn't really do anything with it because those dark stones were really blocking the way. So, now we really have the chance to do that now, so I'm just going to use this opportunity to just throw them to the side and just... Okay. Okay, this is kind of... Yeah, throw him to the side. Okay, we actually had to dash into that one, so... Kind of sucks for not having a sword, but you know what? This is the swordless episode. I'm gonna do everything without a sword here. So, anyways... Here's an item Here is the magic cape. You are invisible when you wear it. But it also consumes magic. Yeah, the magic cape. This is an item that comes pretty handy. Believe it or not... This is also an item that you don't need to complete the game at all, or at least beat the game. You could go by without ever getting this item or ever needing it, but the magic cape is actually needed for something if you want to get a piece of heart. Believe it or not. If you're going to get all the piece of hearts, believe me when I say you are going to need this cape. Actually, I want to go to the fairy fountain because, I have no ways of defending myself. I'm kind of vulnerable here. I feel naked without a sword. Oh wait, that's right. I can't go in the fairy fountain that way. Okay. Let me just get myself healed up real quick. Hey babe, can you give me a little kiss? Thanks. Okay, that's done. So that's done. That's done and dandy. So now I actually want to go back into the Dark World because we have not explored this part in the area of the Dark World yet. Because, believe it or not, there's actually a few things we can actually do in that area. Because, there's still a few things we can actually do in this area in the Dark World, and I want to make sure I get that. Okay, so what I want to do is, I want to go back and find that portal. Because that portal should still be there. If I'm not mistaken. Okay, yeah, that portal's still there. So, I have my shortcut back into the village. So, okay, I know, I don't want to run into you. Okay, no, you're not getting my junk, so back off. Back off. You're not getting my junk. Leave me alone. So, yeah, we're now exploring this area, and believe it or not, there is a fortune teller in this area, so if you want to get your fortune teller told here, I'm pretty sure this guy's actually a lot chubbier compared to the one in the Light World. It's hard to tell what he's supposed to look like underneath that hood. I don't even know what he is. You look like you might have an interesting destiny. Might I tell you your fortune? I'll make it cheap. Hocus pocus. You'll buy a new kind of bomb in the bomb shop. Now, that's a hint that's not really gonna come until a very long time. I'm surprised we are getting this now of all times, but I'm surprised it's even being acknowledged now. Does he say anything else besides that? Okay, that's a really good hint, actually, believe it or not. You will run into a barrier if you try to enter Ganon's tower. Oh, so he also tells you about the barrier to Ganon's tower, which I'm guessing that's located on Ganon's tower. Okay, I think I have to leave and exit out if we try to get any more fortunes. So he's telling us about the barrier Ganon's tower, so we already know that beforehand. Does he tell us anything else that might come in handy? Okay, honestly, I think the new type of bomb is actually going to be the most useful tidbit. Actually, I think that's how you learn about the new bomb, actually. Because I don't think you learn that from anywhere else. I mean, to be honest, I think I kind of just learned about it on my own, but I think that is where you get it. But, there is some places I do want to turn attention to. This place here, actually. Okay, this tree says nothing. There is a bunch of monsters here, but there is a house in this place that looks like that has no relevance, but this is kind of a special kind of shop, actually. Yeah, there's a few things here, actually. So, if for whatever reason you lost your upgraded shield and you just wanted to buy the upgrade, you can actually buy that shield here for 500 rupees, but honestly, I just think it's better just to buy the standard shield and just go upgrade it at the wishing pond if you want to just do that. I just don't think it's worth the 500 rupees, since I think you're better off spending your rupees elsewhere instead of just getting that. And aside from that, you can get a bee here, which I don't see any reason getting a bee, so I'm just gonna let it free. Have fun getting stung. Okay, so that's really all the other tidbits here. This was also a route to like Hyrule Castle in the Light World, but there wasn't really any reason to come here in the Light World, so I don't think I've ever really gone to this area, so I've never really had a reason to go here. So I think the next place I want to go to is actually up here, actually. How are you, Babu? She's just running on our wheel. Okay, the next area I want to go to is up here. I'll give a piece of heart to the person who wears the cape. So, that sign is given... Oh, damn it. Why did I have to die here of all places? No! This means I have to spawn back into the pyramid! Hi, Mia. So here's a scene that really sucks about the Dark World. We do have the Ocarina, which lets us traverse around the Light World, but that doesn't really do anything for us in the Dark World. What doesn't really help either is, at least in the Super Nintendo version, there are no other spawn points. Well, at least only in the Super Nintendo version. But if you were playing this on the GBA, you do have your spawn points for the safe place, so you do have that at least. So you get that going for you. So I feel like that's a really great boon from the GBA version, and I think that's like a really welcome feature. But anyways, yeah, so you definitely want however, the hook shot you definitely need for this one, so that's really handy. The next thing is, you want the magic cape just to pass on by here. And after that, you get yourself a piece of heart. There you go. Voila. That's another piece of heart. Oh geez, I'm not even keeping track of how many numbers are here, but but I usually keep track of them by the numbering of them in my editing, so it's like, I'm doing a pretty good job of that at least. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I think honestly, I've actually been keeping a pretty good track of all the pieces of hearts I've been getting so far. So I'm actually doing a pretty good job. I did a pretty good job in the and when I was playing through the GBA version, where I just really didn't think about it. It was like all of it was just kind of coming natural to me, where I just didn't have to think about it. So maybe this will be the same case here, and maybe this will be the same case here in this version, where I really won't have to worry about it so much. But now we're just going to end up here. We're pretty much in the parallel where the sanctuary is. Although it's not really much of a sanctuary, but a cave, I guess. Or like some kind of hideout. There's a squid here. Hey, I'll tell you a profitable story if you pay me 20 rupees. How about it? Heh, thank you. To tell you the truth, I found an incredible beauty inside the pyramid. But someone sealed the door. You can't do anything without a standard bomb, they say. That's a useful hint for later on. We'll have to remember that for later. So yeah, those hints seem to like really line up with what the fortune teller was saying and what that squid was, or that octopus was saying. Like, like the octopus saying they found a beauty and sound inside the pyramid, and saying we're gonna find a new type of bomb. Those hints seem to like really lined up, which is something that we're gonna have to remember for later. But however, it's not gonna come up for a while, at least not now in this case. However, I do want to come back here in the light world, because if we do, believe it or not, we got the little surprise inside. We got a little present inside we can get here. So I want to blow up this wall. Boom. Let me in. And we got ourselves a piece of heart. One more to go and we'll get ourselves a new container. So we're doing pretty good in pieces of heart right now. So there we go. So that's pretty much all our business in this section of the Dark World. We're pretty much done here. So that really leaves us with 3 more places we really need to do here. Okay, we're kind of glitching out of reality here. We'll do this correctly. Okay, let's try this again, because I don't think there's really anything else. Try it again. Okay, there we go. Okay. I think there is one more thing I want to do before I go. I think at this point we can get our sword at this point, but although there is one more optional item I can get pretty reasonably, so I want to get that first. So I'm just basically show this. There's nothing here, but this is pretty much it. Although there is this tree here. I wonder if you got anything to say. Wow, I haven't seen a normal person for a few hundred years. Let me talk to you for a while. Surprisingly, the Triforce created this world to fulfill Ganon's wish. What is Ganon's wish, you ask? It is to rule the entire cosmos! Don't you think it might be possible with the Triforce of power? Was the power of the Triforce behind you? Huh. Okay, that's new. The entire cosmos. You think it's like the entire world, but the entire cosmos. I don't think we're at the point where we've discovered the stars in space just yet. At least in this time and place. Considering we're like in a medieval era. But, what do I know? But that pretty much does it for this section of the world, so honestly, at that point, we found everything that we could in this bit of the area. So really, that leaves only just a few areas to cover, which is pretty much the Ice Palace. The next thing that's on the to-do list in the Dark World is go into the Ice Dungeon, which is our next stop. Then the Swamp Palace. Then after that, Turtle Walk. And also keep in mind, we still have an entirety of Death Mountain we haven't explored yet. We've only explored that small portion, but believe it or not, we haven't even covered the majority of Death Mountain yet, believe it or not. There's still a lot we can touch in that area, so we're not even close to being done yet with Death Mountain. But speaking of which, there is something I actually do want to visit Death Mountain a little bit, because there actually is a nice little another item that's actually really optional that I can get down there. And the Magic Cape just makes it easier just to get it, so I may as well go to Death Mountain now just to get it, just so it's out of the way. I don't think I'm ever going to use this item, but I may as well use it but I might as well get it just for the completion's sake. But it's not like something I'm going to be using pretty often anyway. I'm just doing it just so I can have it. That's pretty much it. Nothing else really to it. No real science behind it, just getting it just to have it for completion. You don't even really need it for anything, it's just something you need. Just something just to have all of the items. So yeah, I want to go back into the dark. So I actually want to go back into the Dark World from this section. You didn't think there would be any reason to come back, at least into this part of Death Mountain, but believe it or not, there actually was, since there was this cave here. I kind of just left this cave alone since we really couldn't do anything with this, considering this was here. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could have just tried braving it, just enduring the pain, or you could just use the Magic Cape and just stroll on by. Albeit with the limited amount of magic you have, which I think we're barely gonna make it. Come on, come on, come on. I think we just about made it. Do we... I mean, do we have enough magic to get back? I don't think we do. Oh, jeez, I don't think we do. And here we go. We got the Cane of Byrna. Byrna? Byrna? I don't know. Bryna. If you swing it once, a ring of light will protect you. Although in this case, I got no magic, so... Endurance, here we go! Ah! 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 I had 2 outs left, so... Okay. That worked out nicely. The Cane of Byron is just basically a temporary invisibility, so that's pretty much what it does. I don't really use it much, but I kind of just have it just for completion. So at that point, there's really one more item left we need to get in the game, and that's about it. We're almost complete on items. So now we're done here, I can pretty much go back to the... Okay, no, we're gonna glitch out of reality. Okay, so I think I've done everything I want to do here. I got everything I pretty much wanted to get. So I think the next best thing I want to do is go back to the light world. I think it's enough time has recently passed. Though I could have gotten this anymore. I think it's about time we got our sword and call it a day. So why don't we head on back home and go get it? I've been without my sword long enough. It doesn't feel right without it. It's not the same. I've always had to run from everything. I'm overdue to be reunited with my sword. It's gonna be so worthwhile. I know it's been a long separation, but it's gonna be worthwhile once we get it back. Your sword is now tempered up. Now hold it. Look at that. Look at that orange-red glowing color. Your sword is now stronger. You can feel the sheer power flowing through your body. So yeah, now the Master Sword is even stronger now. So it's like, I guess it's now thrice the damage you would take. So it's like level 3. Look at that. Look at that sheer red glowiness. And the sound it makes. Oh, it just feels so good slashing it. It feels great. Why don't we... I think before we end the episode, why don't we just give it a try? Why don't we just give it for a test round and just compare how much damage it does now? I want to go see that red soldier real quick. Look at that damage. We took out that red soldier with 2 hits. That's how strong our sword's gotten. It's really worth getting. Love it. But now that we got a new sword in hand and we're equipped, I say we are well equipped to tackle the next remaining dungeons. So, next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, I think we're going to go ahead and find our way into the 5th dungeon. So with that being said, I will see you all next time.